Yo, yo, Merry New Year, everybody. Just a wee quick one on market update. So, we're back on a proper kind of trading week, I suppose, after the new year and all the festivities. So, on Bitcoin, I'm on CME because I was looking at the charts and kind of getting a lot of shaky signals on, on Bitcoin, on the index and stuff. So, I was kind of dived onto CME here. For example, we got this nice drive of bearish divergence yesterday and a good signal for expansional volatility, and at the time stochastic was down, completely just did the opposite. So I don't like it when we're not getting solid moves based on simple signals. It kind of reduces your probabilities a wee bit. So dived on here. I'm on the 4 hour at the minute, so I just want to get an idea of this, where this choppy range might be going in the shorter term. So let me remove these wee fibs. So basically, obviously we've got this move down, so I've done an inverse retrace. You can see that on the first move up, we kind of, let's have a look on the daily, we got rejected at the 0.5, more or less. Yeah, kind of, nah, I didn't get any closes above there, so yeah, that's fine. So, and we're just testing into that 0.5, that same area again, right? So I'm wondering, do we get rejected here is the question, and we get another wee pullback into this tighter range, or do we kind of break above here? So we're at a point where a potential little short might not be a bad shout. And the invalidation's pretty close, so if we get a 4 hour close above that 0.5, then things are going higher. So not a bad wee place to try a wee short. I wouldn't get too heavy on any any perps trades at the minute. It's just until we break this range to the downside or upside, it's going to be pretty tricky trading, so yeah, there's nothing really convincing at the moment. I mean, I was to say that would be a nice place for a scalp. And if we do this, I put that wee fib back on I had it on a minute ago, which is simply now, right, okay, where's support going to come in potentially? And bear in mind this is CME, so the numbers are a wee bit different. I mean, the obvious place is the 0.5 at 96, basically 96,300, but we would need to watch these areas to see if they picked up a bounce, assuming this downside momentum kind of continues here, because it could easily obviously get back above that 0.5. So that's my thoughts on Bitcoin. We can go to USDT dominance to get a bit of an idea. And what I did notice on here, and I put this line on, was we're just at some micro support here, and we're getting fresh drive of bullish. So that was giving me extra confidence that maybe a wee bit of a downside play might come out, even if it's just until market opens, a bit later on. This was the chart I shared with you guys a wee while ago, and all I've done is just extend my little target box, which would actually let me move it back into that, in between the 382 and the 0.5, which kind of is roughly in line with that target on CME. And interesting, I wonder if we did the retrace on here, it's still getting rejected. Yeah, it's the same story. Interesting, we get rejected on that 0.5 quite nicely, and we're at it again. So like I said, I mean, that would have been the ideal short if I was paying attention. I was tired this morning, you could get in there, get a stop loss, and then just let it play out, because you could obviously come back down to that, the 3A, what's that, fuck me, they're all jumbled. Let me move this along a wee bit so you can see the numbers. Yeah, you got like these two, this is good confluence here, so you got the 382 and the 236 on that wee retrace is a potential bit of support, and you can see the support which lined up here, broke through, might come back down, test that, and then can try on its merry way, to see if it can break out of this range and get us going again, and I suppose obviously if it gets above there, the next obvious target is the 101,800 area, and let's have a look on CME, that would be 102,425. If we get back above this 0.5 on like a 4 hour close, maybe even a 1 or 2 hour, would do it to give us a move to there, and then that's an obvious place to try a wee scalp short again. So there's some areas we can play with, just small trades, and let's see if we can get a wee bit of cash in the bank. Can dive through some alts, but guys, show me on the chat, what you want me to look at. Obviously, Devi, we've been watching Devi. That's like the biggest bag, certainly for me, and I noticed for Gerent for a long time. A lot of volume came in there, just what you wanted. just on that break, because how many times did it test the dollar? It was ridiculous, and then finally we got a breakout and a perfect test to the 786. I was saying that would be the next resistance, and it seems to be, and it's really actually based on the structure back here. And I think if you dive on a weekly, we'll get a better idea where the next major resistance might even be up at the 1-to-1. These closes here, these weekly closes. This is a big liquid zone. You know, you can see how many wicks came into this area, and we're in it now. Let's see if we can dive up to that 130, maybe 140 area, and then maybe we get a deeper pullback. It depends about this announcement, obviously, but certainly it's good. It's getting some volume in, which is important. You want interest, you want people to be buying it, and that real increase in volume compared to this long fucking sell-off back here, you know. That's nice to see, and particularly on the breakout. If we just did, just this to say, look, here's the volume coming in, because it just blasted off that kind of descending area of volume to get us through that, the sticky $1 region. And then I guess, I mean, it's still a tiny market cap, so you know, if the announcement comes, the big players will start playing, and it should really blast high and get us through the all-time high, which is, well, it varies. This is Uniswap, so I guess this will probably have a higher wick, but yeah, if you go by the wick, it's up at 225, and then to thin air is going to be interesting. That's where shit gets crazy. So yeah, let's watch Devi with interest. Alright guys, like I say, if you want anything else, just chill it on the chat, and I'll fire it on.